see there. Welcome back, guys. It's Matt, and today I am going to be talking about my hopes and dreams for the 2019 Pokemon games. Now, E3 has just been and gone this past week. 2 weeks beforehand, Nintendo released their first trailer footage for the new, or rather the first Pokemon games to be launched on the Nintendo Switch console. Those are Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. If you haven't seen the trailer for those two games, I'll put the link down in the description. Go away, watch them, then come back. I'll be here, I'll wait. Welcome back! So, you've watched the trailers. And yeah, they look good. But at the same time, they look like very confusing games. I mean, it doesn't look confusing as such. I mean, the games look quite simple. I mean, confusing in the emotions which they're making me feel. Like, I'm hyped, but at the same time, I'm not really that hyped for them. Side note, I think it's worth mentioning before we go any further that Nintendo and Game Freak have both come out and said that these Let's Go games, Pikachu and Eevee, neither of them are core Pokemon games. They're kind of something in the middle, something in between. Yeah, they're not the core Pokemon games. However, it is worth noting, though, that they are the Pokemon Yellow remake, which fans have been wanting for ages. So, yeah, you know, here's your Pokemon Yellow remake. Take it or leave it. You know, try and enjoy it, I suppose. Try and enjoy it. Now, we could go through and dissect absolutely every single part of the trailer and all the footage which is shown at E3. I've already read many articles which are doing that, and I've already watched plenty of videos on YouTube which are doing that. And they all seem to share the exact same thing in common, is that they don't really know a bloody thing. We only know what we've seen in the trailers, and we only know what we've seen in E3, so all these videos and all these articles are all just speculation on the game. Speculation is great, but I don't really want to waste my time speculating on a game which is, you know, going to be in my hands by the end of the year. You know, no point speculating. What I want to do today is I'm going to look further afield, and I am going to speculate about what Nintendo has described as being the next core Pokemon games. And at the moment, yeah, we're just calling them Pokemon 2019. I'm now going to lay my hopes and dreams for Pokemon 2019 out on the table in desperate hope that somebody at Nintendo is listening and they maybe incorporate some of my ideas, and I don't end up being forced to use Pokemon Go style motion controls to catch Pokemon all the time. Side note, don't get me wrong, the whole throwing of the Pokeball thing, that does look kind of cool. Like, if you could have done that on the game, like, when I was 7 playing it, that's absolutely amazing. And I have no doubt that, you know, I am going to get these Let's Go games, and I have no doubt that I am going to do the whole throwing of the Joy-Con thing to catch Pokemon. I would just like the option of not being able to do it as well, though, because I think it's going to be fun to begin with, but it's going to get very tiresome very fast. But as I said, I'm sure kids are actually going to love it. I suppose it's a little bit more interesting, though, than just like Fleck that you would do on Pokemon Go. Yeah, I wonder how accurate it's going to be. How are you going to do curveballs? Anyway, we're going to go and see. Pokemon 2019, I have some absolutely high hopes for these games. Now, from the trailers for the Let's Go games, I can see that a lot of fans are quite angry. And the main thing is that I think the reason for that is that they're scared of any change. Yeah, you know what? Okay, maybe the Let's Go Pokemon games are going to be for the more sort of casual fan. You know, they're trying to get a new generation into it, or people who just kind of got tired of the sort of grind, you know, that the core Pokemon games had. But in all honesty, in my opinion, I think that the Pokemon games are in need of a big overhaul. And you know what? I think it can work. Do you know what other Nintendo franchise has recently had a big overhaul? $163 Game of the Year awards, and the rest. This game is the reason why I bought a Switch in the first place. Well, this and the knowledge that Pokemon would eventually make its way onto the Switch, and I suppose Mario Odyssey a little bit as well. They're the main reasons that I bought it. Breath of the Wild completely overhauled what a Legend of Zelda game is, and it has set the bar for what I'm expecting Nintendo to do with this core 2019 Pokemon game. Now, Breath of the Wild wasn't perfect, I know. Zelda and Pokemon are two very, very different franchises. But in all honesty, just imagine it. Just imagine a Pokemon game in the style of Breath of the Wild. You know, a more open, roamable Kanto, Johto, you know, whatever region they decide to go. It's probably going to be an entirely new region, an entirely new generation of Pokemon. But just imagine having that complete open exploration to just go and do whatever it is that you please. So just picture it, you know, you run out of the town, you know, you sort of run to the top of this hill. Just as you get over the crest, you look down below into a valley, you know, and there are just Pokemon grazing on the grass, running around. You know, you see Pidgeys fluttering through the air, and yeah, you know, you just run out and you just go and catch them. You know, you run up towards a Pokemon, you engage it, it cuts away into a kind of Pokemon Stadium / Pokken Tournament style kind of battle scenario. I mean, sort of more turn-based Pokemon Stadium style, but you know, with like Pokken Tournament fighting graphics and stuff like that. You know what? Like I said, Nintendo, if you want us to have the stupid throwing of the Pokeball, I'm all up for that. But like I said, I want it to be optional. If I'm feeling a bit lazy, I just want to hit B and want to catch that Pokemon in a Pokeball, no problem. Up until Breath of the Wild, Zelda games had been very, very linear. Breath of the Wild threw that out the window. Pokemon games are the exact same. They are very, very linear. Get rid of that. Let us go out into the open, essentially go on our own Pokemon journey. You know, let us go face the gyms in our own order. You know, enemy trainers, gym leaders, wild Pokemon, stuff like that. Just like how the bad guys in Breath of the Wild sort of level up as you kind of level up as a character. You know, the gyms, the wild Pokemon, the trainers, they could all level up as well, you know, allowing you to go do the gyms in whatever order that you pleased. Why couldn't they do that? You know, at the end of the day, there can be quests, you know, driving the narrative. You know, there's always a storyline to defeat Team Rocket or Team Magma, whoever it is. You know, there could be quests driving you to go to certain towns and certain places, but that's up to you to go do that. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go to a certain town or certain place. It's like, no, actually, I'm going to go to this volcano off in the distance because I saw some Charizard flying around there. That's what I'm going to go do. I'm going to go get me a Charizard. And this kind of leads me on to my next point. This was one of the best things about Breath of the Wild, is that every person who played that game had their own entire unique experience playing it. You know, I would have conversations with my friends and be like, oh, I'm round, you know, X section of the map, I've discovered this thing. You know, and they'd be like, oh, I've not been down there yet, I've gone in the complete opposite direction, you know, I'm doing something else entirely. You know, imagine that. Hey, look, I went to this volcano, I caught a Charizard. What? No way, I've seen that volcano in the distance, there were Charizards up there? Yeah, man. Right, I know what I'm doing when I get home tonight. I'm going to go up there and I'm going to try and catch me a Charizard. Just, yeah, give us complete sort of freedom. As I said, let every player have their own unique experience. Gym leaders, trainers can all level up as you, the player, levels up. Obviously, being a Pokemon game, I hope they've got trading, battling against other players. You know, even bring back something like the online Battlefront here. I suppose the long and short of it is, what I really want for a new Pokemon game is just a Breath of the Wild style open world. The Pokemon are rendered fully in the environment. You go engage them, stadium battle type thing, and that, you know, you can go tackle in any order. That's what I want, Nintendo. That's what I want. And to be honest, I think if you make that game, and I think that's the game that Pokemon fans, Nintendo fans in general, have wanted for a long, long time, you are gonna sell a lot more Switches. But yeah, those are just kind of my brief thoughts on what I want for the 2019 Pokemon game. What about yourselves? Let me know down in the comments. And as always, if you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and you know, subscribe to the channel. I'll be doing more videos like this in the near future. Thanks a lot. I hope that obviously they've got trading, battling against other players. Oh no!